anyways.
I'm calling you Nerd Lord.
Okay, okay. It was very quiet in the courtroom. Yeah.
I'm not reading this because I'm pretty sure I already read it.
Yeah, well, I think it's clear, yeah?
That the witness will have to give further testimony. When you hear what actually happened in my cabin that night, you'll notice the pitfall in which you've stumbled.
Oh my
okay,
God.
Animal Crossing.
Okay.
What's he talking about?
I don't know, actually.
Prior to your renewed testimony, I would like to clarify one point. The fact that this part of the victim's watch was discovered in your cabin.
Right, there we go.
Means you've acknowledged that he was there, I presume. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Very well then. You may proceed to give your formal testimony about what exactly happened in your cabin aboard the ship on the evening of the 31st October. Of course. As a man of the law, I have no intention of obstructing justice.
Looks around.
Immediately starts to lie.
That's what I'm saying! This man.
This guy.
The audacity.
I had a guest waiting for me when I returned to my cabin after finishing my evening meal in the dining room. When I walked to the door, a mustachioed Englishman was there, foolishly waving a gun at me.
Mustachioed.
It was Mario. I soon took care of him with an Ippon Soe throw, though. He couldn't wait to run away after that.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't put it past he's just not lying about that one. You could throw, man.
He tossed, writing many memo up in the air like nothing. I imagine his watch was broken when I threw him over my shoulder. It has nothing to do with his murder.
That sounds like a lie.
The imposter was clearly killed having returned to Britain, because his body was found in London. Okay. Why don't you find these nuts in London?
Avi, please refrain. Refrain. In the court?
Ippon Soe.
Yeah?
A common jujutsu martial arts technique in my country. I was careful not to use too much force, but the man obviously landed far too heavily for his watch to take.
Why is he just specifically uses that to be like, yeah, the watch broke that way?
Like,
uh-oh.
It would...
He's calling me.
So, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I imagine you can see the flaw in your logic now, can't you? What are you talking about? The fact that the pocket watch was broken in the witness's cabin? Why was it in the trunk, though? Kazuma, why was it in the trunk?
Kazuma, it was in the trunk. Did he fly into the trunk?
He threw him into the trunk.
He should have put that in his witness
It's like a Yakuza Heat move.
Oh my god, the bear. No,
in no way proves that... yeah, the power. In no way proves that the victim's murder took place there. Damn!
Okay.
I've no doubt the inspector intended to kill me, but he didn't manage to pull the trigger. So now all of a sudden you're not protecting. Oh, I'm not pissed off at him.
No.
He was merely the tactician, not the Reaper's hand of death.
Kazuma, don't cry.
He's thinking about Genshin. Well, the testimony appears to make perfect sense as far as I can tell. Shut up.
Shut up, everybody.
Let me express my deep gratitude for your understanding, my lord.
But if his testimony holds, Judge Shigoku will be deemed to have no involvement in the case.
Well, counsel, I really see no reason for wasting precious court time here on a cross-examination.
Wait, you're not even gonna let... Why would you even let him say his testimony, dummies?
Because he likes him.
Okay. Sorry, my
Send him a
lord. The
note.
defense has the right to cross-examine, and I don't intend to squander that.
Get him!
Wait a minute!
You're an embarrassment
Oh my
to your
God.
countrymen, not knowing you're beaten.
Wait, you're... A good man knows when to never give up, alright?
It's true. In that case, proceed, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Dude, I don't even... I have to look
You don't know
back
where
at it.
to
Hold
start.
on. Yeah. I have to look back at what all I have. Cause, man.
You have stuff and things. You
I
have
have
a
a
wig.
lot of
I
stuff.
think the wig is pretty important to the case.
Yeah.
You got telegram from Japan, small component, evacuation drill. You got Karuma, the passport, Iris's
Charm.
lucky charm, Gregson's trunk, Clint's autopsy report,
The Soki
the Asogi
papers.
papers, our commemorative
Commemorative
photograph.
Inspector identification, the watch.
The watch, everything before the watch, I
Right.
believe is no longer relevant. Like, you don't need any of that
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, we don't need none of that. I mean, his photo just it shows that yeah, he's dead, and somebody threw the wig on him very disrespectfully. Who did that? I'm
Yeah.
gonna have some words. Who did that? Oh boy.
Yeah. I would say, like, the firecracker upwards, like, you don't need the firecracker anymore. Everything above
Right.
that is not longer relevant.
Yeah,
but
so none of that picture, no candlestick, nothing. I mean, we can still like this picture's very beautiful.
yes, it
It is
is.
a good picture.
It might still be important, actually. Because it's so pretty.
It is so pretty, yeah.
Zoom in on Barrock's beautiful smile.
Yes. He's smiling, look at him.
Looks like a cyclops. Clint.
Smile.
I saw Clint naked today.
Oh.
If it's any consolation.
We'll see naked today.
Look at that picture.
I was looking
like
back
it?
at it, yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. Look at Jigoku. He's not even smiling.
He
I
did
mean,
it.
neither is Naruhodo.
He's just like, yeah.
Puffing his chest out.
Yeah. The Asaki papers.
The soggy papers.
The soggy papers. Okay, alright, well. I had a guess waiting for me when I returned. Alright. To the dorms. Waving a gun, okay. I like how I like how we established Cosmo was there, but then he said he left, and that was about the end of that, and it was just like, sus.
They don't care. It's because, like, we're trying to get Jigoku for some reason, and not the man who said that he was there.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. I literally, I'm just gonna have to press everything. I don't even know where to begin. Because the so-called guard posted at your cabin door had just left your killer pass, you mean? Let your killer pass, you mean?
Apparently, Gregson told the crewmen that he was a police inspector, which is the truth, of course.
He wouldn't have had his identification with him, though.
He had his trench coat and his mustache, not to mention the bag of chips. I imagine the crewman was convinced. Because when I tell somebody I'm a police officer, I just have a donut in my hand.
But the men accompanying him would have had 2 swords slung
Nice
around
typo.
Yeah,
2 sword.
Would have 2 swords slung around his waist. Okay.
Yeah, who else, Kazuma?
Kazuma, I swear to God.
You mean me?
I mean, yeah. Who else?
He's so silly. That's true. You would have hoped the sight of a few swords would have set off alarm bells in the guard's head. And the point is, I left the cabin before its occupant returned and I immediately disembarked the ship. Certainly, all I can tell you is that only the inspector was waiting for me when I arrived back at my cabin. And you entered without any inkling of suspicion? That's right, none whatsoever. I'm glad this is the me show. I just get to voice everybody.
Okay, well. Obviously, you're talking about Inspector Gregson?
Yes, though at the time I didn't know the man's name. And there was no time for introductions. I value my life over manners. You didn't even have any manners.
Yeah. But which you mean, by which you mean, the inspector was there to assassinate you, I suppose?
And that was certainly the impression given by the gun pointing in my direction.
Oh, he snickered.
But
What was that?
I've never seen the muzzle of a revolver shake about so much in all my life. Thinks it's funny, huh?
Okay.
Wise guy, eh? Anyone would think the man had never shot somebody before.
He probably hasn't.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, most of us haven't.
Well, Ryunosuke, that's up for interpretation. Anyway, there was no time to call for the help of the crewman at the door, so I dealt with the man myself. Just shout, be like, ah! Like, come on.
Ah!
Ah!
I like how he's got that, like, smirk. Even though the man had a gun, that was a very brave move, wasn't it?
Oh! My Ippon Soe is far faster than a bullet, I assure you.
I can assume that he's not lying about this. He's boasting about it, in fact.
Right? But he's just claiming that, like, oh, the watch broke because of that.
Yeah.
Like,
But
okay.
surely all that commotion caused the crewman to come in, didn't it? Oh, that was very immediate.
Yes, of course. He burst in immediately without knocking. The inspector hurled himself at the stocky fellow and just managed to slip past him to make his escape.
But you didn't say he shot the gun.
That's none of your business.
Okay. The outstanding guard does it again.
Luckily, there aren't many situations I can't get out of using a quick Ippon Soe throw.
Okay. The crown snapped off the glass covering the face of the watch. The crown snapped off and the glass covering the face of the watch was cracked.
Preferable to the man's head being pulled off or his spine cracking, wouldn't you say? He died. Not that the man was spared for long. A bullet to the chest soon saw to that.
Looks back at... Is there even There's no autopsy report for Gregson, was there? No, here it is.
There is, yeah,
Right.
because they're going about how the time was wrong.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, evidence
Okay.
suggests there may have been taken to disguise the time of death.
Right.
So he did get shot. Supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah, see the bullet in the front, resulting in instant death. But that doesn't explain the bullet hole in your freaking wall.
Don't worry about it. But the point is, the broken pocket watch doesn't prove that a murder took place. Absolutely not. All the watch proves is the power of my jujutsu throw.
Whatever you say, it doesn't quite ring true that no shot was fired in that cabin. Because there was an obvious bullet hole in the wall. Laughs about
You think
it.
it's so funny. What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
Die.
Huh?
That's what the star of your lowbrow detective stories told you, is it? Well, I don't care for such fiction. What about your best friend saying that too? Haven't you worked it out yet, you little stripling?
Oh my god, why are you so mean to me?
No, it's me. No murder took place in my cabin.
Okay, but why did you go back to the same cabin?
Why were you hiding in the trunk?
Where's my picture? But there's no evidence that proves the victim ever returned to London alive. You're right.
Just take a moment to think that the idea of yours through now, stripling. Oh, so now we're just gonna call me that, huh?
Okay, alright. What?
Huh? Chicken butt. If the inspector was killed on the steamship in France,
Okay.
how on earth could he have gone back to Britain? Jigoku, there's something called Weekend at Bernie's. If you never watched that movie, they put sunglasses on him and then they pretend he was still alive. Like, it's duh. When people die, their bodies are made up to that same spot. It's a devil of a thing.
Well, then, obviously the culprit must have moved the body.
How
He's
exactly?
smiling about this. He knows I can't explain it.
Right? Carrying a corpse off a ship in your arms would raise a few eyebrows at least, don't you think?
What if somebody put him in the trunk?
In the trunk? Oh my god.
Well, yes, that's true, but
Oh, here we go. All passenger luggage is inspected when it is unloaded from all arriving vessels.
because of me and Gotham.
Well, I mean, you started a revolution. And I would like to think that the border police would query the corpse of an English gentleman as hand luggage.
That makes things a little hard.
If the murder had taken place aboard the ship, you would imagine the body would have been disposed at sea. There would be no sense in risking being caught by attempting to transport the body back to Britain. Oh, so now everyone's just
That's
throwing it
killing
on me.
that idea, then.
Oh!
But perhaps not, Miss Sato. We've learned that the first-class passengers were under constant scrutiny by the crewmen posted to guard them, which would mean that the culprit had no opportunity to dispose of the body in the sea. Yes, that's true. So transporting the body to Britain may have been the only valuable alternative.
Dear me, you really are new to this, aren't you?
Meow.
I thought I'd been perfectly clear, but it seems I'm going to have to explain it in words you can understand. I think I ought to alter my testimony. With your consent, of course, my lord.
Oh, he's gonna alter it, and I'm gonna point something out. Then he checkmated himself there.
Got him, played him. I have no objections. State your amended testimony now.
Oh my god. Oh, he's very firm about this.
I hope there's something you remember about way in the beginning of this adventure
Oh my god.
that will help you solve this mystery.
What did I... Oh my god. Of course it's gonna be something in the very beginning. This case has been so long, you know? Ah.
It's something you can easily forget too, since it was said by one person.
Oh my god. I wouldn't have any idea. Literally no idea. Oh. I'm just gonna press it real quick, hold on.
Okay.
There's an idea.
Think about it, stripling. All passengers and crew disembarked at the same time and passed through the same checks at the border. The symposium guests were then driven straight to the hotel in carriages organized by the ministry.
And we met you as soon as you arrived at the hotel.
So you did. Well then, remind me, did I have a corpse over my shoulder at the time? You might have, I don't know.
No?
Hid it in your beard. So we're in agreement then. I couldn't possibly have brought the inspector's body back to Britain. Plus, of course, they developed some clever device these days to instantly move things from point A to B.
Funny you should say that.
Professor Harebrain's invention didn't actually work, if you remember, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah.
That's subjective. The defense has become unusually quiet, I notice. Could you-
I'm thinking?
Yes, because there's really nothing more to say.
I'm not allowed to think?
No.
So that's his story.
Well, I suppose if you think about it, whenever you drop a teacup in the office and it breaks, you don't say Mr. Naruhodo must have been murdered there, do you?
Is that
I'm not dead.
veiled threat about what might happen to me if I break another one?
And the fact is that Inspector Gregson's body was found in the little room on Fresno Street. If he really was killed in Judge Jigoku's cabin,
The body would have to have been moved somehow, obviously. Transferring a dead body over a country border. Excuse me. Country border. That would be impossible for the majority of people. So there must have been some special circumstances that made it possible for the culprit.
that could be a vital realization, I think, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay. I don't remember the beginning. This case. This is so sad. This is really so sad. Hold on.
It's not... You're not gonna have the evidence of what was said, but you do have evidence to support the claim. No. What's the no for?
No, because I was like, look, I was reading and I was just going over and reading the next text. I'm like, oh, this is just the photo. That's not, no.
Well, do you have an idea, like, how he could have moved the body?
No, not really, honestly. I'm kind of drawing a blank. The only way somebody could have done something is during this practice evacuation drill, honestly. If something were to be done.
Obviously, you know that he didn't dispose of the body at sea because
he couldn't.
It's in London.
Yeah.
So there must have been another way.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You have the evidence to prove it.
There must have been another way. Another
You've got
way.
the evidence to prove it.
Oh my god.
He did it somehow. The whole time, maybe.
The whole time? What does that mean?
Maybe it was right in front of your face the whole time.
What? It was in front of my face?
Maybe it was in front of your face the whole time. Do you need a poke of what was said at the very beginning of this adventure?
Yes, I do, because I don't know. I don't remember.
Remember that we saw Mikotoba, and he was like, it was so hard. It took so long to get off that ship. But Jigoku got off the ship pretty quickly. Because he's a minister of foreign affairs in Japan. They get special treatment.
So he got like fast pass, basically.
Basically fast pass.
Basically
Maybe
fast pass.
You know how like when you go to the airport and some people don't even have to go through like luggage check?
Right. Kind of like the pilots and stuff. They just walk right through.
Yeah, because they get special treatment.
See, I wouldn't even have thought that.
So, yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
So, right
knowing that,
mind. Okay.
Yeah. Because Mikotoba said it once.
Like that?
Do you have something proving that? I mean, we all know that Jigoku's a minister of foreign affairs, but you have the evidence to prove that he somehow was able to move Gregson's body. You have it. Like I said, it might have been in front of your face the whole time.
I have it.
How are you able to transport somebody? I wonder.
A luggage, yeah?
Do you have the evidence of that, perhaps? I already presented it.
No, you did! I get it! I'm not even on the right thing to present it. Hold on.
Yeah, you're not. Oh my god.
Hold on. I know I wasn't. I was just trying to think. Oh my god. What? What?
You could even look at everything if you so desire.
Look at everything.
Like I said, everything before Venus's
Right.
thing is not important, so you could look at everything after that.
Okay. I don't believe do we really have anything?
You do. It's kind of funny because earlier you said it, and so I thought you would have known. But then you don't know, obviously. But you literally said it. You literally said it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it might be right in front of your face.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said. That would be telling you what it is. It would be telling you how he moved his body.
Oh my god.
You said it. You literally said it to me.
What? I don't remember.
You have to figure it out. Just glance through your evidence. Look at things. Becky, they were talking about everything. They were just like, you know, oh my goodness, how could he have done this? And you're like, maybe he did this, haha. And then I thought you would have known.
I don't remember that.
That's none of my concern. God. You gotta figure it out on your own.
Oh my god, I don't remember what I said. What do you...
Becky, look through your evidence.
I'm looking!
You're not looking, you're just sitting there.
I'm thinking. I'm
You're
really
not
thinking how Sholmes is freaking
I'm telling you to
thing.
look at your evidence. I'm not telling you to think.
I...
Look at things. You gotta actually look at it.
I'm staring at it.
Don't! You gotta press X and look at it.
I don't even know what to do. Hold on.
Becky.
I don't. Oh my god.
Stop looking at it. It's not the passport. It's not the passport.
No, that's not what. Listen, my cursor will stop on something, but I'm not looking at
Just
it.
look at the evidence. Just look at it. I don't know why you're hesitating.
I'm about to puke, actually. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna start just looking at these, I guess, you know? There's nothing else I can look at that's gonna give me anything.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's not gonna do.
Becky, please.
What?
Jigoku did not go through luggage check. He didn't go through luggage check because he's special. He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He's exempt from having his luggage checked.
The luggage. I don't know. Ami.
You don't know, Becky. Please look at the evidence. It's something you gotta look at.
I'm looking. I don't understand.
Becky, listen. Jigoku's literally, he's sitting here with his whole chest. He's saying, "There's no possible way I could have transported the corpse to Britain." He's telling you this to your face. You have the evidence that he did this. Think about it. He did it right in front of you.
What? What did he do?
Remember when you first saw Jigoku in the beginning of this case? He came after Mikotoba. Actually, no, I think they came at the same time. Mikotoba was like, "It was so hard because Jigoku didn't have to go through luggage check, but I did."
Okay.
Jigoku was literally standing right in front of you. You're all in the same room together. And Mikotoba said he didn't have to go through luggage check, but I did. Do you have the evidence to show of something that happened that day?
I'm about to...
That's why I'm telling you to look at things. You gotta look.
I can't, Ami. What do I... Oh, like, you mean the photo with the luggage in his hand?
Just say it's right in front of you.
I can't believe I literally said something and then I just like lost it all.
Exactly. I was just like,
I can't.
maybe she knows now. I think you're just like,
listen. I don't remember saying it'd be funny if that happened. I thought you were talking about something else. I don't remember making a point about
you
a
literally,
funny
you said out loud, you said in his luggage, when they're just like, how did he get Gregson out of there? You said it. Also, Becky, why would the piece of his watch be in the trunk? Why would his watch be in the trunk? Why would it be in there if he wasn't in there? He just threw him and it landed in the trunk?
No, that's not what my thought process was doing. My thought process was just like... My thought process was like, when you were asking me, like, he was in front, and I was just like, I don't even remember saying in his luggage. I don't even remember this. I don't even recall.
You said that. You're gaslighting me because you literally said in his luggage? You said that. You asked when they're talking about...
I was asking out loud, but I didn't recall actually saying it. Like, it just didn't register in my head that I, like, literally did.
But you said it. There's no I think. You literally said it.
I just don't remember. Anyways, my brain. Maybe we could, maybe I'll have more brain power for the rest of the trial, I guess. There's no possible way you could have moved Inspector Gregson's body, you say? I would say the opposite is true.
What's that supposed to mean?
I like how he also forgot that he took a photo with us.
You're Judge Jigoku.
In London, mind you. Far from being impossible for you to do. The transportation of Inspector Gregson's body back to Britain is something only you could do.
What? What are you talking about, Rinosuke?
As well as being a judge, Mr.
Judge Jigoku? You see?
Jigoku
Look!
is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Okay, well, listen. Which means he's exempt from having his luggage searched when he enters the country. Oh. We learned that when we first met you upon your arrival in London. Now there's the flashback. I don't remember this.
Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took a rather long time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
This man said passport?
I knew you were jealous.
Listen, I was just listen. So dumb. Hold on. I was gonna say, I was traumatized by seeing Cosmica. Do you think I relived these events right after that transpired? No. No. I must say, I'm very envious of your mistress status. You didn't have to go through any
You
of
have
that.
to read that again.
I don't remember any of the song. I really don't.
That's why I reminded you.
Well,
I knew you were jealous. You see? Look at that truck back there.
I presume you recall this, Judge Jigoku? Your luggage is right there. It's a photograph we took in the foyer of the hotel to mark the occasion. So the court will note, you have with you your large travel trunk. Large enough, in fact, to have a corpse inside. Mr. Naruhodo, surely you're not suggesting— I mean, I am.
Oh, I'm suggesting.
Well,
I'm suggesting.
I'm going there. I'm afraid I am, yes. 3 days ago, when we were chatting innocently with the new arrivals from Japan in the hotel, the body of Inspector Gregson was just meters away from us, inside Judge Jigoku's trunk. Oh my god.
Got messed up, actually.
Hey!
Really messed up, actually.
That is kind of... Wow, he was right there dead.
The whole time.
Oh my god, that's... Oh my god.
Order in the court. I'm skeptical, counsel, that a grown man's body could fit inside even the largest travel trunk.
Let's get
Strongheart
Rinosuke back
was
in there.
I was in there. Like...
Jigoku was in there. He fits in his own trunk, I mean.
Yeah.
It could.
I have experience, so
Because
Kazuma
I
can
happen
verify.
to know the witness himself, a man of considerable size, fits inside his trunk. Are we gonna push him inside the trunk? Okay. Verifying that would be extremely simple, wouldn't it, Judge Jigoku?
But inside his trunk? How horrifying!
Yep.
And after we'd spoken with you at the Great Waterloo Hotel, you had the opportunity to visit the apparent scene of the on Fresno Street, taking your trunk with you in a cab to dispose of the inspector's body. That would go well with, like, this body's been dead for days prior too, you know?
Yeah. I don't have to listen to this nonsense.
He's not denying it. Dr. Gore, the coroner who examined the body, has confirmed the possibility. She's acknowledged there are signs that steps may have been taken to disguise the true time of death. The onset of the body's decomposition could have been delayed by storing it in a refrigerator. Uh-oh.
Counsel, as I remember explaining yesterday, refrigerators of the requisite size are few and far in between. Yeah, but...
Yes, I'm sure they are. But one place they're certainly found is on large ocean liners. Oh yeah, they have the... Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's why there's ice. They got ice.
Ships are... Yeah, such ships are equipped with electrical refrigerated cold rooms to keep fresh food on their long sea voyages. The SS Grouse is no exception. Professor Mikotoba told me about it only yesterday. Well, Judge Jigoku? That's what I thought. Oh! However much you prolong this debate, you can't eliminate the truth. All the evidence points to you being the killer.
Well, this is all very heartening. I can see that it was a wise move letting Asogi and you embark on this study tour.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Hold up.
Yeah.
Alright,
well,
okay.
What are you talking about now?
What's he getting at?
Logical reasoning, of course. Our court proceedings will be built on logical reasoning in the new century.
What are you talking
You're
about?
wrong, because I played Ace Attorney Chronicles. And I can see that you both laid firm foundations for that already.
Judge Shikoku, please stop diverting attention from the issue at hand. The defense has made an accusation against you. How do you respond?
Respond? There's really no need for me to respond, is there?
Huh. Respond these nuts.
Respond these nuts.
Why ever not?
Because before you could even begin to answer the question of when the victim was killed, you must first establish one key fact. Where was the victim killed? It's quite logical. In your room?
The actual scene of the crime.
Please, your voice so sweet for the gunshot. Shut up, Kazuma. Like, there's so much evidence proving against that. The prosecution stance is unaltered. The killing took place on Fresno Street when the gunshot was heard. As the accused, Baroque Van Ziek shot at the victim at point-blank range.
Alright, we're going back to that old
Baroque is still the Reaper, though. Since no tangible evidence exists to disprove the prosecution's claim at this time, the defense's deductions amount to little more than an elaborate fairy tale.
I guess.
Fuck up. I'm afraid that's how the logical reasoning the British are known for really works, Judge Stripling.
The victim was shot in the little room on Fresno Street and died instantly? I'm afraid it's the prosecution's claim that's the only fairy tale here. Ooh.
How can you say that?
Evidence? Quite simply, because it clearly contradicts a certain piece of evidence in our possession. Oh shit. Oh, we're gonna have to freaking...
Very tantalizing, Counsel. I think you had better explain yourself to the court, don't you?
The prosecution claims that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot at the scene on Fresno Street. But the evidence clearly contradicts that claim. Oh shit.
I remember that... I remember that this was something you commented on when you first saw it.
Ah! I'm not not
That was so long ago, though.
A case ago. I don't know what I said. You're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
wasn't.
Huh?
I was saying that wasn't in 2-4, huh?
Yeah.
Do you need help? I mean, you could just look at your evidence. Just remember, everything before Venus's thing is not valid anymore. We don't need any of that right now. So you don't even need to look at the wig.
Right.
You could
No
start
wig.
from the photograph of Gregson and move downwards.
Okay. Because, like, now, it has nothing to do with the redheaded scandal.
No, not really.
No. That
So
was
they're just saying, like, the victim was shot on Fresno Street and died instantly. That's
Right.
what they're that's what they're claiming, and Ryunosuke is saying it's not true. You had the evidence to prove that that's not true, but you kind of got to think about it a little bit.
Okay, well,
Kind of like with proving that Courtney killed Odie Osman. It's kind of like that. Like, it's something you gotta think of, like, logically.
I had brain power that night. I have, like, no brain power today.
Okay, well, just let me know if you need help.
Okay. Said he died instantly in that room. We know that's not true.
Yes, you gotta find something that contradicts it.
Yeah, Yeah. I have to look back at the history. Hold on. I might have figured it out. Maybe.
Oh yeah? What do you think?
As I read about the passport, hold on. I'm just gonna take a look at something else real quick. Right, we don't have a time of death. Okay. Right, that didn't say it. So... if he died... No. No, I'm overthinking it again. Hold on. Like, my brain is, like, it's clicking and then, like, it stops and then, like, I just lose what I'm thinking. 'Cause I'm just like,
It took me a second for this one, too.
Yeah,
It's something that's basically like, I guess not context, but like, if you like look at it and think about it in a certain way, it doesn't make sense. Like, you look at the evidence, or you read it, and then they're like, okay, so he got shot in that room and literally died at that spot as he, after he got shot.
yes.
And then you look at that evidence and you're like, that doesn't really make sense because of that. Because of this piece of evidence, basically.
The only thing that's pointing out to me is the passport, because it was just like, Issue traveled to France the day before his body was just discovered. which would mean he had that in his possession.
That's true.
before
But they
he
are
died.
claiming that he died in
But-
Fresno Street.
Right.
So
Right.
they're just saying, oh, he didn't die the day before they found his body. We're trying to say that he did die the day before they actually found the body in Fresno Street.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why I mean I was
Yeah.
getting like my mind is just like ugh. Okay, so oh.
You can go a bit further back in the evidence. Don't restrict yourself to this page.
No.
It's definitely Iris's lucky charm.
Oh my god, I am so stumped here. I do not know. Mhm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, he's gonna be barking forever, huh?
I guess so.
Like I said, everything before Venus's firecrackers is valid. You can look at things after Venus's firecracker.
You said I can look at everything before it now, or no?
After everything before Venus's firecracker, don't worry about. I'm saying everything after Venus's firecracker.
After, okay.
Starting with the
Wait.
photograph.
Yes, I know.
Just remember that they're saying he died instantly. They're saying he was shot and he died on the spot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When you get... See, I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I don't.
If you shoot somebody, how are they gonna fall?
It's a freaking
Then they
Cosmo
die instantly.
situation all over again.
Yeah, they might be laid out, right?
That's
If
what
you
I
just
was
shoot
gonna
somebody and
say,
they die immediately.
Like, yeah, I was just like, they're gonna be laid out because, like, they fall down and, like, they're not gonna curl up and die. Who laid his body down so peacefully?
Yeah,
but
like
then
he
disrespectfully threw the wig on his head?
yeah, throwing the wig on his head.
Yeah, cause like when I first saw him dead here, I was just like, and then they're like he died instantly. I was just like, he looks like he died.
Yeah, when you first saw him, you pointed out, you're like, why is he
They
lying
dumped
like
him out of
that?
this trunk. It's just laid on the ground.
Disrespectfully.
That's the fetal position to be in a trunk. That is so sad. Who did this? I'm gonna have some words with them. I kept thinking about going back to the photo, but I was just like, what really can I point out there? And I was just like... Then I thought... He's kind of curled up, but I was like, eh. Because
I'm saying, like, if you shoot somebody...
Yeah, I started thinking, like, that whole Cosmos situation is just like, if you fall to the ground, how do you catch yourself?
Yeah, with your hand. You
Yeah,
got it in a
his
fist.
hand was fisted up. They're like, what's in his hand? I like when they're like, a photograph? What? It's
A
like, wait a
photograph of the victim in the very location you claim he wasn't killed?
Yeah. What of it? Oh. Yes, but the point is the posture of the body itself. If Inspector Gregson had been shot there in that room, it's out of the question that his body would have been curled up in a ball like that. I didn't even hear his objection. It's kind of sad.
He said, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your logic is flawed.
How?
You could have easily adopted the foetal position due to the pain of the shot, which subsequently proved fatal.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Judge Jikoku, but it's your
Do you
logic that
remember?
is flawed.
Do you remember Windy Bank? How he was lying, just man got laid out on the ground after he got shot because he died immediately.
Yes, that's a real death.
Yeah.
His hands were splayed out. Well, not splayed, but you know, they were just like limp.
Yeah. He's just on the ground.
Yeah.
What?
Watch. Here I go. According to the autopsy report, the victim died instantly, like you all said. He would have felt no pain, much less have been able to draw himself into that position. Ah, that's another good point to point out.
Yeah, he died instantly.
Got him.
Oh.
Which begs the question of why the victim's body is curled up in that way. I mean, though the answer should be abundantly clear by now.
Yeah, you're suggesting? I'm suggesting.
I am going. The inspector's body took on that posture ahead of its arrival on Fresno Street, before it was coldly turned out on the... turned out?
Yeah, he like, opened it up and just dumped him in there on the floor. Disrespectfully.
Yeah. Before it was coldly turned out on the floor from the inside of a large travel trunk.
No!
You're right, the shape of the body.
That's also what I kind of noticed too. Uh-oh.
It looks exactly as if it had been kept in a confined space.
OMG.
Judge Jikoku,
If this took
present
me,
your trunk
honestly,
for examination.
It took me a bit,
Oh, yes.
to be honest, because I was just like, what am I supposed to be proving here? And then I had to think about it for a very long time. It took a very long time for me to be like, oh, if you shoot somebody, they're just gonna be laid out. They're not gonna curl up in a little ball and be like, oh poor me.
Right.
Ryunosuke got shiny lips.
He does. I was looking at his shiny nose and cheeks as well.
Yeah, he's very petite. Breedable, one might
Yeah.
say.
Oh. Hold on.
No, I won't. Press X, please.
No, wait. Hold on.
I said no.
I believe it's very possible that it will contain traces of the victim's blood. Oh, okay.
Hard.
Oh,
Present my
you
trunk?
can't keep
I refuse.
refusing. You can't keep refusing.
He will. What?
On what ground?
Kazuma's literally so shocked right now. Like, he can't say anything else. He's like, he said what twice?
He did. You can't. Oh my god.
I'm the Minister of Foreign Affairs from the Empire of Japan. I shouldn't have to put up with this treatment just because it's the stripling's baseless accusations.
Eh?
In other words, Judge Jigoku, there's blood in your trunk.
Oh, Susato.
Oh.
I decline to answer that. You know, he mad. The screen kind of shaking. I can't,
Yes.
as the Minister of Foreign Affairs. As the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I have privileges that allow me to.
Objection. At this moment, you're not a government minister. You're a witness in a trial of Britain's highest court. Ooh. I don't care who you are or what your status outside this courtroom might be. You will not withhold information. Oh,
Barak is
Ryunosuke!
over there. Barak's over there in the corner like, damn, is this the Ryunosuke Naruhodo that I haven't seen? Like,
Yeah,
he's
and
never
then-
said that to him before.
Right? I know, Kazuma, how you feeling over there, boy? Nothing is
Kazuma would
more
be like
important than
biting
the
lip
truth.
emoji.
He's
No,
obviously
you know, Kaz.
he's just
like,
damn.
Oh. Order on the court. Well, Mr. Jigoku, what's it to be? to be these nuts. You can't be serious. You did it? Kazuma's so surprised. He's like, I had this whole
how
case riding on
surprised
Barak.
he is, right? She's like, what?
I wanted Van Zeeks to do it.
Wait a minute. We're like, if you're gonna out,
shape.
no, say it. I'm sorry.
If you're gonna out me, I gotta out you. Have you no shame at all, Kazuma Asogi?
He's like, if you're gonna out me in this courtroom, I'm about to out you.
When Kazuma was 12 years old, he came into my room. He called me a slur and left. We're all gonna we're gonna look over that.
Oh no.
What? Very well, I admit it. I did bring the inspector's body into the country. Inside my trunk, exactly as postulated by the defense.
What?
You, dear God, outrageous! Strong, I've never seen you like this before.
Hold on, I was it.
No, I admit to nothing
wait,
more
I
than...
wanted to... It was you! You admit to Inspector Gregson's murder.
No, I admit to nothing more than what I've said. Of killing the man, I certainly have no recollection. That's you whenever you say something you don't remember what you said.
It's true.
What on earth is that cryptic statement supposed to mean? I merely disposed of the inspector's body, which was left in my cabin. That's desecration of a corpse, buddy.
That's not...
In order to avoid unwanted attention.
Well, you got attention.
As the judicial assistant over there pointed out, I had no chance to throw it into the ocean. So, I only decided my only option was to bring it to Britain with me and dispose of it somewhere else.
But were you also trying to frame Varrock in the process?
That's
you
none of
can't
your
still
business.
deny it. You didn't do it. Then who on earth did kill the man?
Well, as you know, there was one other person in my cabin that night. He had the opportunity.
Now we're just gonna throw the blame?
Moreover, he already accepted a mission to take the inspector's life. Me?
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's right. Who else could it have been? It was you, Kazuma Asogi.
Oh.
They're gonna... Don't look at me,
Wait,
Kazuma. It's
Kazuma's
him.
still there.
I never thought you'd stoop to this, Seishiro Jigoku.
Oh, saying his whole name.
Oh, Lord. You've taken the words right out of my mouth, Prosecutor Kazuma
Oh my
Asogi.
god. Oh my god. It's a fight?
Yep, you're gonna start fighting. You thought by leaving the body in my cabin you could pin the crime on me, did you?
Oh. Dang. Well.
Well, the prosecution counsel has already admitted to visiting the witness's cabin on the night in question.
He did, yeah.
Yes, not an assassination mission, no less.
Oh
You
no.
wouldn't.
There's no way. There's no
It's
way he
drama.
can get out of this.
So, what do you make of that, young stripling? You've heard my testimony now, and that's all I have to say on the matter. I'll admit to nothing more.
I don't believe this.
Counsel for the defense. What is your position now? The court awaits your response to the witness's assertion.
You giving me?
The assertion for the night in question, the victim's assailant was in fact Mr. Kazuma Asogi.
This isn't the dead end. It seems to be. The answer's right in front of me. It's come down to Jigoku or Kazuma. Oh my god. You can't do this! You can't make me choose! Both of them had the opportunity to kill Gregson, but only one of them did it. And I'm just a step away from proving who. Oh my god. Very well. The defense is ready to respond to the assertion put forward by Judge Jigoku. The idea that the victim's murder could have been committed by Prosecutor Sogi is...
Oh, I pressed it by accident.
Which one did you press?
The right one.
The right one? I mean, it is it's impossible.
Or is it
How?
possible? I don't know.
I don't think he did it. I don't think Kazuma knows how to hold a weapon.
A gun, you mean?
A gun. Yeah, because he has a weapon on him. He doesn't know how to hold the gun.
I think when I first played, I did say possible. I was like, yeah, he definitely did.
I would never do that to him.
I just wanted to see what he would
So
say.
Jigoku, let me remind you of something you said only a few minutes ago. You claimed that logical reasoning is the future of the judicial process.
It is, no question.
Well, logical reasoning can prove something here. Namely, that it would have been impossible for Prosecutor Asogi to commit the crime.
Ooh!
Uh-oh.
What? You must stay. You're protecting me? The court will only accept an argument that is supported by compelling evidence.
Oh boy.
So, present what you have, counsel. What proof is there that allegedly demonstrates the impossibility of Prosecutor Sogi's involvement? Well, Becky, you've got it, and you were looking at it a lot, too.
I was looking at it a lot. You know what I've been looking at all the time?
Not the small component. Not the Lucky Charm.
I'm not. I'm just scrolling over. I'm not looking at that specifically.
You have to remember something that Kazuma said in court. Pretty much.
There's a lot in court.
he did say a lot in court. But it's important. Do you remember when he, you know, when they saw that Kaduma was broken and he was like, I couldn't have done it because I wasn't there. As in, like, he just left early. You had the evidence to prove that he did, in fact, do that. I mean, Iris's Lucky Charm is not gonna help you.
I am literally just sitting here thinking.
Why don't you think about this?
Dun, 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 dun.
When we first saw this box, it was at Fresno Street, wasn't it?
Yeah, as if you remember, Beppo took it, and Gina bought it back.
Where did Beppo take it from, though?
It was with Gregson the whole time. I think that they don't really talk about it because they're just like, because Beppo was like, I took it from the scene of the crime. So obviously, Jigoku probably had it in the same trunk with Gregson. They just don't talk about it.
I see.
The obsession with this passport.
Literally trying to think. You said I was looking at it a lot. I don't...
Well, not a lot. You looked at it sometimes, but you never actually, like, pressed X to look at it. You would just, like, read the description.
It's like a lot of things.
I'm just saying. Kazuma said he was not on the ship. There's something that happened that would have made it impossible for... I don't word this without being too obvious. You know what? Figure it out on your own.
It's obviously, like... I'm gonna take a look back at, Karuma. Unsheathed sword. But who broke Karuma?
Karuma broke itself.
I like how they the headband is like way longer on this thing than it usually is.
I mean, you don't know how long the headband actually was.
Yeah, it's true.
To be honest.
Honestly, it could be very, very long, the way that it is.
If you remember, Kazuma said he stayed at a boarding house at a certain time.
Do I remember this?
No, you don't. This is what I told you. I'm just saying, you got something that kind of proves it's impossible for Kazuma to have actually killed Gregson because of the fact that he was at that boarding house.
Right. Is this still going, by the way? Because it just
it is.
Alright, it just told me, it's like, It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was watching.
The only thing I have here is, there's a time on the evacuation drill. He didn't talk about doing the evacuation drill. I feel like the boarding thing, he said that he, checked in. Yeah,
he said he stayed at a boarding house.
Yeah.
And, if you think about it, would he have time to have done that? Or even get off the ship? If that was happening?
This just, Yeah, there were, 20 minutes worth of a drill. At 10, so he would be there, 10:20 or whatever. If that. Maybe 11 p.m. later.
Probably.
Alright. That's the only thing that has a time, and I kept looking back at the evacuation drill. Because he never talked about ever doing this evacuation drill.
No, the only thing Kazuma said is that he left the ship, he left, and he went to a boarding house. That's it. That's all he said he did.
I was there, I saw him, I talked, and I left, he said. That was before the drill ever became a thing. I like how it was like... I like how it's like... But dang, yeah, that still doesn't explain bullet hole. Or does
That's
it?
none of your business. How many times must I tell you?
My bad! My bad!
Oh, let's see.
The interior for crew members of the SS Gross, my lord. This is conclusive proof.
Why is he so afraid? An itinerary. How does that prove anything?
Judge Shigoku, the moment you acknowledged that you found the victim's body in your cabin, this itinerary suddenly became much more significant. That's why it was in the trash.
What? Why?
You should have just ate the paper, honestly. Nobody could have
That's what I'm
told
saying.
Him. I would have ate the paper.
Yeah, put it in Grex's mouth even.
On the night in question, as always, a crew member sentry was on ground outside your cabin door. As long as he was there, nobody could have fired a shot inside the cabin.
Absolutely, because it's inconceivable that the guard would have heard it and come to investigate.
So that tells us a crime must have been taken place when the guard was elsewhere. And then narrows it down to the 20 minutes just after 10 o'clock, as indicated on the itinerary. I kept saying that. I was just like, in between whenever there was the drill, something could have happened.
Oh. Especially when you found it when you were doing Mikotoba's part, you're like, huh, you could have done it there. Yes, I see no flaw in your reasoning so far. You're so helpful, Strongheart.
Thank you. But the crucial point is this. When the evacuation drill took place, the steamship had already put to sea from the port of Dunkirk. That's what I was also thinking. I was just like, they wouldn't do... I was thinking, would they do this evacuation drill before they leave port or like right after, you know?
Yeah,
I
it's
was
right
kind of
after.
thinking about it too.
That's why Kazuma would have literally no opportunity to leave the ship if he didn't leave before that drill happened. You could be like, I disagree actually. I think Kazuma did it.
There you go.
I'm just gonna read it.
Now, clearly the murder could have been committed by somebody who had boarded the vessel at the time. But Prosecutor Asogi stated in yesterday's proceedings, let's see.
He said, I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So, I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night at a boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning.
He didn't say when, but he stayed the night there, so...
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Which,
Not the
I'm
time.
sure the court will agree is conclusive proof that Kazuma Soki couldn't possibly have carried out the killing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look at Kazuma's giant forehead, huh? No, absolutely not. I don't accept that at all.
Okay. What do you mean? Don't cry
He's
about
just saying no, Rubens. You gonna cry? Shouldn't come, maybe? Maybe it's your pain.
it? Oh my god.
The boy's just saying that to exonerate himself. We can't trust that he really disembarked the vessel. Obviously, after he left my cabin, he hid himself somewhere nearby on the ship. Just waiting for his chance to come back and finish the-
Oh! No, that's out of the question. Isn't it, Kazuma?
As the defense rightly recalls, I disembarked the vessel and spent the night in a boarding house in Dunkirk.
He did say
Accommodations
that.
register book.
I do remember him saying this.
All extremely easy to verify and undeniable proof.
There's no escape this time. You can forget that you're a judge of a government minister. It's time you gave the court an honest answer as a common man. Uh-oh.
He is pissed off.
Oh my god, guys, he's gonna suplex somebody. You killed Inspector Tobias Gregson and transported his corpse back to Britain. Then you dumped the body into the room on Fresno Street and made it look as if the murder had happened there. Oh. That's what really happened, isn't it? Seishiro Jigoku. Uh-oh, I said his name.
Hey.
Wait, what's that? Oh, wait, what?
Damn trial 10 years ago. That's when all this happened?
Uh-oh.
Looking back now, my fate was decided that day. I was doomed already.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Earthquake.
Oh! Oh!
He broke it.
Bro!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I think we need another bench here. It's over. My life is over.
I kind of like his hands are together like he'd already been shackled.
Oh yeah. He already
Judge
has.
Jigoku, say it ain't so! A British assassin to eliminate a professor in Japan. A Japanese assassin to eliminate a detective in Britain.
Japan.
Sorry.
Britain?
Wait, it said Britain. What? You confused me. Hold on. I just said it backwards. Stop.
It's in India, actually.
Both assassins will use diplomatic immunity to evade conviction and return safely to their homelands. I think this is him, but...
Yeah, it is him, actually.
I'm sorry.
The assassin exchange request arrived from Britain about 1 year ago. Though it was hardly a request, it was a demand.
And for that, you decide to Recruit Mr. Asogi? Mr.? Ah!
Ah!
But things didn't go according to plan. Your chosen assassin never made it to Britain, and you found yourself unable to dispatch a replacement. Because I was already on my way to Britain at the time in Cosmo's place.
And that left me with only one option for carrying out my obligation. To eliminate the mark myself, personally.
Oh wow! I didn't know!
Of course, there was but one single opportunity for me to do that.
The International Forensic Science Symposium, I presume?
That's right. I decided it would be safest to carry out the plan before my arrival in Britain. So I enlisted the help of my British counterpart. And made arrangements for a pretext that would take the inspector to Dunkirk. To lure the man in, he was already given a sham mission by the Reaper. Interesting.
What? The Reaper?
That there's only one person who could have done that.
Don't say it.
The mastermind of the entire operation.
Don't say it. Don't.
The Reaper himself, Barak Van Zieks.
So, that means that the assassin exchange it was planned by the Reaper.
Oh god, who's the Reaper? Of course
I'm
you
not at
are.
liberty to say anything about my British counterpart.
Of course, because he's in the room.
He's in the room. Becky, it's not Van Zieks. Jesus. Anyway, the inspector accepted the Reaper's mission and dutifully infiltrated my cabin on the steamship. But it was all a trap designed to lead him to France and his own death.
Oh, how awful.
It was past 9 o'clock when I returned to my cabin from the dining hall that evening. I didn't give him time to attack me. I choked him until he lost consciousness.
You know what, Goku, you can... No, I'm just kidding.
You can choke me if you want.
But there was a guard just outside the door, so I left it at that for the time being.
You choked that man out. I mean, Gregson did not stand a chance, I'll just say that.
He didn't. Jigoku's like 8 feet tall.
Right?
Even the slightest noise might have aroused suspicion, so I
Aroused,
bided
huh?
my time waiting.
For the 20 minutes after 10 o'clock.
I had intended to finish him by
Asphyxiation?
strangulation.
Alright.
Yeah. But moments before I had the chance, he suddenly came round and went for me in a reckless move.
Oh?
I had received the British issue gun 16 years earlier, being a member of the judiciary as a visiting student. I never imagined I'd have to use it for something like that. So the revolver belongs to you, does it?
Well. Then the victim was killed inside your cabin on the SS Groose. That begs the question of why you arranged his body to be discovered in the room on Fresno Street.
The young judicial assistant over there has already answered that question. There was no way I could take the body up on deck to throw it over the side. That's precisely where all the crewmen were gathered for the evacuation drill. So before the first-class cabin sentries returned, I took the corpse to the refrigeration room.
And
It's just
then
sitting
on
there.
arriving in Dover, you concealed the body in your trunk in order to smuggle it past the border police.
I knew I needed to take steps if the police were to be convinced when the body was found in London. In that case, you must have known. You must have had intimate details of Inspector Gregson's intended schedule. Yes. My British counterpart sent me everything I needed to know.
Alright, who's your British boyfriend? Just say it, okay?
Yeah, who's the BFF? The inspector was due at Fresno Street at 5 o'clock that afternoon. In order to meet a man by the name of Hugh Boone, from whom he would take back his police identification. You even say, ah. I decided that man would be the perfect person to set up as the culprit.
Just let them say, silently.
Ah! So I took a hackney carriage over there with the body still in my trunk.
That must have been after we took this photo with you at the hotel then. Dead body in there. It's crazy.
Hey, we got a picture with Gregson. Yes, I wasn't expecting a welcoming committee. I was more than a little nervous.
Nah, it doesn't look nervous to me.
I mean, you don't know how he feels from the inside.
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
On Fresno Street, I spotted a young girl selling little firecrackers.
So you set that all up? Oh my god.
The whole thing.
There she is. Miss Venus, of course.
I conceived of the candle trick there and then. So I donned a simple disguise and approached the girl to buy enough firecrackers to replicate a gunshot. How'd you disguise yourself?
I like it. I like this OST.
This is good. What sort of disguise? For some reason, the inspector had a bright red hairpiece in his own traveling case. So I put that on. Although I suspect I drew more attention to myself in that than I would have otherwise. Yeah, a 6-foot man with a red wig.
And then he has like a black beard, like.
Yeah.
The
Super
hairpiece
Mario.
found at the scene. The inspector had it ready for the red-headed leak investigation.
I only arrived at the room at around 4:45. So I quickly placed the body on the floor, moved the notice board, and set up my little candle trick. I arranged it so the firecrackers would go off with a bang around 15 minutes later. So that Mr. Boone, who was due to arrive at 5, would walk straight into a trap. Just the wrong person at the wrong time. If only that Baroque aren't there.
Oh, he's. I see.
Except at the last moment I made a careless blunder.
What was that?
I imagine it was the bag of fish and chips.
Ah! I didn't notice that it had fallen out of his overcoat pocket when I moved the body to the refrigeration room. I put it back into his pocket the following morning, but... well, it seems the warmth of the heated cabin had accelerated the decay of the fish.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And now it gets silent. Okay.
Anyway, that's
Dang.
everything. All the sordid details of what I did.
Dang. I didn't think he did it.
You didn't think he...
No. Dang.
Yeah?
We lost the bench. It's not there.
We did.
The witness
Can someone
stand,
bring another one in?
Witness, oh. Okay.
I think it's worth noting that Jigoku said he was pretty much forced to have somebody kill Gregson, rather than it being like a suggestion.
Right. He said
So
it was
he-
demand. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he felt like he had no choice but to do it, and since Cosmo wasn't going to do it, he had to.
Dang.
We've arrived at the truth about the murder of one of the country's most capable and respected police inspectors. The witness will be tried in the coming days. Okay.
But wait a minute.
For a crime of such a vile nature, you can expect the most severe penalty.
Oh no, don't kill him. Oh, not Jikoku.
Right? We lost him.
An exchange of assassins. What a foolhardy idea.
Oh, well, Rinosuke's got something. Mr. Jigoku, one last detail. Who was your counterpart in Britain? Who was the mastermind behind the assassin exchange? He's not gonna tell us. I mean, If he does, I'll be very surprised. Nothing you can say, nothing you say now makes matter any worse of you. Just tell us.
He said, enough.
Okay.
Enough. I've already told you that I cannot say. Even though, as things stand, you may very well never set foot in our homeland again.
He's gonna be dead. Okay.
What are you waiting for? Or can't we get this over with now?
Nah, we're just like,
It's finished. All of it. I keep her sex.
Hold on, I was getting info.
I'm not holding on.
Yes, you are. Oh, we see his back. That's so sad.
I'm finished.
I don't think that's fair.
Alright, his British counterpart gets off scot-free.
Sit down.
Then, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I now pronounce the findings of this court. This man before us has admitted to the willful murder of Tobias Gregson. Pop him.
Oh my god. You're so ugly. Yeah, I said it.
Seishiro Jigoku, it is the opinion of this court that you should be found.
No.
They got him. And may I remind all those present in court of the strictest confidentiality demanded by this closed court.
Yeah.
That's right, I said it.
Okay. What the heck?
Moments ago, Mr. Jigoku signed a written confession.
I don't like it. I don't like this.
You don't like it?
No. Doesn't feel right.
Does it feel right? I don't know what to tell you. Admitting to the murder of Inspector Gregson and the subsequent conveyance of the body.
This RST is lit. I love it.
It is, yes, it's so good. In short, the defendant's innocence has therefore been established beyond doubt.
I'm
is just standing there like...
sorry that you've been here and I just have not acknowledged you like this whole time. I know you're just probably sleeping over there.
Huh?
Oh.
What happened?
Pray, forgive the disgust. Cosmo's not happy.
Forgive the discourtesy of falling asleep in the middle of the courtroom. Hey, they got a new bench though.
They did.
Oh, wonderful! Well done, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, thank you. See, also,
Is something wrong?
I'm just a little troubled by his silence.
He's thinking.
He's sleeping. He's also
He's sleeping too. The true identity of the Reaper of the Bailey and this extraordinary assassin exchange. We do remain in the dark about these mysteries. However...
Oh, I bet we do. Who
Ricky,
shot
it's not
Genshin Impact? Tell me! I know it's not Barrock. Alright?
Genshin's Impact, please! Insofar as the indictment brought against the defendant in this trial, we have reached a conclusion. Oh, now you're awake, huh? I have every intention of pursuing both mysteries. As a prosecutor. Prosecute this, hold on. As you wish, now for the formal adjudication. I hereby declare the defendant, Barrock Fancy. Van Deeks is still the Reaper, though. The prosecution calls for agitation to be deferred.
Oh my god.
God. The accused's innocence hasn't been fully established at all.
Kazuma, what else do you want me to do? Baby,
Therefore,
please.
it'd be wrong to deliver a verdict at this time. Yeah, like, literally, like, Jigoku just sat there and he said with his whole
Do you want
chest,
me to lick your boots? What do you want?
I'll lick his boobs. That is the prosecution's unwavering position. I'll show you position, alright?
But Jigoku has already confessed.
Okay.
Nevertheless, he doesn't. Barok Benzis has committed crimes for which he must be punished. That hair, those boots, well, it would appear you have information that the court needs to hear, Prosecutor Asogi.
What? What information? Oh my, where's the scroll?
Certainly the murder of Inspector Gregson was actually carried out by Sashiro Jigoku. But it's clear from the witness's testimony that he was coerced into complying with the plot. Into this sick, merciless assassin exchange. He was coerced.
That may be true, but...
So, what I want to know is, who coerced Jigoku? Who was pulling the strings? It wasn't me. The victim went to France having been ordered on a mission for the Reaper, only to be murdered. In other words, the mastermind behind the assassin exchange is someone in a position to give such an order.
It's a little higher up than Van Zeke's. I hope you know this, Kazuma.
It's none of your business.
Alright.
As we've already established, the Reaper himself. Well, I guess that makes sense. Well, certainly that would appear to follow. Prosecution hereby formally accuses the man in the dock, Barok Van Zeeks, of being the Reaper of the Bailey. And furthermore, I'm going to prove his guilt beyond all reasonable doubt.
I've never seen
those eyelashes.
Kazuma. Hold on, I have to...
Yeah, take it in. He's got...
They are. I love it. What? What? Don't point at me.
Order. The Reaper of the Bailey was a long-standing mystery, Counsel. Are you suggesting that you have some new information with which to build a case? I'm suggesting.
Yeah.
Scotland Yard has already investigated Lord Van Zeeks very thoroughly in that regard, and they found no evidence whatsoever to substantiate the claim that he is the Reaper.
Perhaps, but circumstances have now changed.
What do you mean?
It's already been established that the assassin exchanges to negotiate with Jigoku and the Reaper himself. Which means we now have a new line of questioning by which to identify definitively the man's identity. That is the prosecution's intention here. Uh-oh. Can I please get a waffle? I must say I'm surprised by quite how tenaciously you appear to want to besmirch my name.
Well.
Besmirch this.
Nah, I think it's a little bit more than just trying to find him guilty, Kazuma. Just say it. Just say it, Kazuma. Say it with your chest.
You killed my daddy. You're guilty of an unforgivable crime, Lord Van Zeeks. And I will bring you to justice for it, whatever it takes. Oh, okay. Did he like that? Was it hot?
That explains Kazuma's silence before.
He's thinking about what bullshit to make up.
To finish what Lord Van Zeeks unwittingly started 10 years ago. Are we just gonna have issues in the courtroom?
It's just like, you killed my dad, well, your dad killed my brother. Like, very well, it's extremely irregular.
Irregular?
Irregular. I will on this occasion grant the prosecution further opportunity for a witness testimony.
What? Why?
The defendant will disclose any and all involvement he has had with the Reaper and the assassin exchange.
Why?
There should have been an
Cosmo, I didn't
SFX for
wanna-
when Cosmo hits his chest.
Right.
It's like a slap. I thank you, my lord, for guiding the court so wisely.
Sit down.
I hereby declare this court to be in session for a supplementary hearing.
We're getting out at 2 a.m., boys.
It's already 6.
Can't believe this.
Ah!
Crossed arms, I see. Oh!
I forgot he was gonna do. Who gave me that wine?
I did.
Pray turn a blind eye to the discourtesy as I verify that this vile and unremitting accusation
Okay.
hasn't soured the contents of my hallowed chalice. So he's just like, even though Cosmo made up some bullshit, this wine still hits. Just saying.
Bring in the hallowed chalice. He wants to fight me in court. So be it. Live
Just
in
like
deep.
hits him. Ooh, swishing it. I first had to suffer the pseudonym of the Reaper 10 years ago now. Ever since that, I endured the weight of implied guilt that's gone with it. Should have had an animation for specifically for this where he like gulps it down.
Throws it
And
back.
then he throws the empty chalice. So I
Like
welcome
throws
the
it on the ground.
chance to I can't speak. So I welcome the chance to testify now and crush those allegations once and for all. I was gonna say vestify. Good. Then let
petty.
justice aside, Lord Van Zieks. Prosecution seeks to begin building its case by calling the accused to the stand as the primary witness. In order that he may answer accordingly, the accusation brought by the prosecution that he is the Reaper of the Bailey.
Cosmo, I don't know what you...
And what says the defense? Sure, I guess.
I guess he can do what he wants to.
Putting the defendant in the witness stand can be extremely dangerous. And Cosmo-sama is so emotional at the moment, he's not thinking logically.
You're right that he's not himself. But I knew it would be like this. And I came here today determined to face him through whatever might arise. As a lawyer. And as his friend. Oh, my voice cracked.
Reno's gonna start crying.
And that's what we must do. The defense has no objection, my lord. I just... Cosmo.
Very well,
Baby.
defendant, you'll take the
Sweetie.
witness stand.
Babe, what do you want me to do?
Hey, your dad's already dead, like...
I can't bring
What
him
do we do
back.
about it?
Alright?
I can, but he's gonna look kinda ugly. You just dig him up from
Oh my god.
the grave. He's your dad. And give formal testimony as subject of your involvement with the Reaper in the assassin exchange. As you wish, my lord.
This man couldn't let go. He's like, no. No.
I've never taken the life of another, nor have I instructed another to kill. I've been investigating the truth behind the Reaper for years, and I was aware of Gregson's involvement. That's the reason why I went to Fresno Street that day, and how I came to discover the body. The point is, no common thread exists between myself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson. Clearly, therefore, there's no reason to suspect me of being behind the assassin exchange.
I pointed before he said that other statement. I'm like, the picture!
Is it the picture or you know, you know,
well,
you got it.
yeah.
I like how you did actually, like, you knew that from the start. Statement 4, sus. It isn't the picture, but there is something that you have that's like, you're wrong. So you deny all accusations with the prosecution?
It was the autopsy report, because it wasn't Wilson the one that did it for Clint.
He was. And Gregson was like, can you do an autopsy report on Clint? So, you know.
Oh my god, we got him!
God, shut up, Strongheart.
Strongheart, I got him, hold up!
Both that you are the Reaper of the Bailey and that you masterminded the assassin exchange. His voice is hard. I acknowledge that the public is hold on. What's wrong with
good?
me?
What's wrong? Let me calm down. I know I'm approaching the end of the game, but you have to calm down.
The public at large believe me to be the Reaper. However, that's a fallacy which I alone am in position to forswear.
Nancy, don't cry.
Naturally, the prosecution believes the testimony to be... What's happening to me? Just given by the accused to be untrue. What? Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Yes?
Let me ask you, why are you here? What really brings you to this
you were
courtroom?
asking some very personal questions all of a sudden.
First of all, I think Barrock's sexy. Second of all, I came here in your place. Third of all, you sexy. You know?
Am I wrong?
I don't think you are.
I desire to uncover the truth.
Even if the truth proves your client to be guilty?
I have faith in my client that he ain't guilty. So.
He ain't. Now, McGilded, that's a different story.
We don't talk about that case. From all my experience in this courtroom, I've come to realize something. The truth can't be hidden. Sooner or later, it will come out.
The truth
come out. Well, that's facts.
It's true.
So it's always my intention to work with my client in pursuit of the truth.
Pursuit of happiness. I want you to remember what you just said.
Okay.
Enough dilatory chat to the counsel of the defense. Proceed to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine this.
Cross-examine these.
Yes, my lord. I know exactly what you're thinking, Cosma. I know you're just waiting to point it out. The contradiction you've conceived lies somewhere within the man's testimony.
Now, here's the thing. Are you going to immediately destroy Van Zieks, or are you going to press everything?
No. Why would I do that? I want to oppress everything. I want to see his actual dialogue about everything. Yeah.
Right, because he's been very silent up till now.
So you're not with
he's
the
had no reason
general
to
public first you as the infamous Reaper of the Bailey?
No, I just said
we're
so.
We're just not gonna get much, so...
Exactly. Oh, don't imagine for a moment that the court will be satisfied with a one-word answer on this. I realize that. They're gonna start fighting right now.
If you're intending to comment on every sentence, this could take a while, Kazuma. Didn't you find it disturbing, though? That one by one defendants who'd been acquitted after your unsuccessful prosecution were killed?
Let me answer that question by posing another. If one by one defendants who'd been acquitted after your successful defense were killed. Would you find that disturbing?
Disturbing? I couldn't possibly say how that would make me feel with a one-word answer like that.
Exactly.
Well,
Okay, you got me there.
well, that told me.
But even though I'm not a Reaper, that doesn't mean I ignored all the hearsay. I do like that comment. It was just like, well, you're never gonna believe that.
I also want to see Cosmo's, like, interjection every time, you know?
He hates this guy so bad.
You say for years. How long exactly? I'm gonna bring up trauma.
Since the very first time the Reaper's influence was felt in this courtroom. 10 years ago now.
And your investigations led you somewhere to Inspector Gregson, you're saying? Oh,
I didn't want to believe it. It was a personal acquaintance.
Aw.
We worked on cases together in the past.
yeah.
I mean, you saw how close they were for sure in their picture.
Yeah. Friend, even? I meant not Cosmo. He's not gonna look at that photo even if I tried to tell him to look at it.
He's gonna turn away and be like, I'm not looking at it.
I'm not perceiving that.
You see? I even turned away, not looking at it. It felt like a betrayal, but I demanded permission to search his office at the yard without his knowledge. Which is when you found his secret notebook, is it? It's when I first learned of the location he noted only as Grouse in the appointment at 5 PM on the 31st. I didn't know the significance of those details at the time. This guy went to a club for literally no reason.
So now you're at the nub of the matter. So now we're at the nub of the matter.
We're nubbing it. As it turns out, the significance for me personally was very unfortunate. Byakua's.
Before I do that, I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
You get a drink? Cringe? Thirsty? Ugh.
Well, I said hold on, and my thigh.
Hold it!
My thigh decided. I said hold on, my thigh decided to hit the button. Teehee.
You gotta be careful.
Hold on. But why did you do it that? Why did you go to that specific location?
I thought quarters. And then by turning up there at 5 o'clock, I would catch whoever was dead. Dad was awaiting me. It was the inspector's corpse.
Yes, even though it wasn't designed for you, you walked straight into the trap set by Jigoku.
Exactly. Jigoku had intended to implicate Hugh Boone. But unhappily for me, I arrived at the scene first. A ridiculously careless blunder.
Moving on to just throwing insults around, I see then, Cosmo.
He's so petty.
Right? Right?
Like, it's so stupid. I could just walk in there. Think what you will, it doesn't change the truth. That is not correct. Because according to the autopsy report,
There's a link between you and Gregson, though.
of course, we were close acquaintances. We worked on numerous cases together. And to be a mentor of sorts, it taught me a number of important lessons. Ah, Darman!
He did? Such as what? Well...
What's wrong, baby? What's wrong, baby cakes? Oh.
Isn't that like
To buy
what...
good fish and chips.
That's
That's like-
that's just literally what Cheetah said.
Yeah, that's what Gina said.
Well, that was convincing.
Dr. Wilson was a coroner, of course, but that was some time in the past.
He's dying.
He's so emotional, he's crying. And in any case, I understand it was several years ago now that he was invited to work at a Japanese university. I would never step foot in Japan.
That's right, he was a visiting professor at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo.
It should be unambiguously clear then that no link exists between myself and him. In other words, I had no motive of sending some assassin across the oceans to kill the man. I like how by showing him that the evidence that we're going to show implicates him more than, like, gets him off the hook.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Sometimes when we are here defending our witness and we have to present evidence against something they said, it was just like, it seems kind of not right.
So we gotta get to the truth. It doesn't matter how.
Mm-hmm. It sounds plausible enough, and I want to believe it. But something about that just doesn't quite sit right with me.
Clearly, he doesn't own an air fryer.
I own one now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Certainly, as it stands, there's no evidence to suggest that you concocted the scheme. Excuse me.
I am talking. But as it stands, we only have the accused's insistence of his innocence.
Okay. Sorry?
Perhaps there is some reason that would explain why he masterminded the assassin exchange. And if a reason could be established later in these proceedings.
Okay.
Then the accused claimed in his testimony that he wasn't involved with amount to perjury. Like, everybody lies,
Well, yes,
Kazuma.
that's true, but
Clearly, Kazuma-sama.
Clearly, Kazuma-sama doesn't own an air fryer.
Intends to identify a reason and use it to make it his case.
so if we don't identify something first,
He'll gain the advantage.
this could be dangerous. Yeah. Cosmo's just waiting. He's just sitting there waiting.
Yes.
Convincing testimony by Lord Van Seeks.
Certainly, with no apparent connection between the three men, there's no way to establish a motive. The testimony seems
Accessible? As far as I can see. Ryunosuke's like,
Oh dear me, what a bleak expression.
I agree. There doesn't appear to be any particular link between them at first glance. But with the inclusion of one other person, I must be overthinking it. Surely.
Another
Honestly.
person, Mr. Naruhodo.
His brother? I need to think back over all the information we've gleaned on so far.
Alright, and I'll review my notes, just in case, and the evidence in the court record.
Could it be that Lord Van Zeeks has something to hide after all?
Maybe
Wow.
not on purpose. What's the matter, fella?
It doesn't look like you're hiding something? Oh. Let's back this way.
Koen,
There.
Atati Wapo.
Yep. Coroner. John H. Wilson. There he is.
And if you go over to page 3,
John H. Wilson. Gregson. Credit to Inspector Gregson for, perpetuating so doggedly for the autopsy procedure. There you are. There it is. All three of them.
that's it. There you go.
I like how I was like, picture! And then you're like, yes, but also no.
It's because they're saying Wilson. Now, if they were
Yes,
just like,
yes.
there's no link between Van Zeeks and Gregson, then yeah, it would be the picture.
Before he said Wilson, he said Gregson and him. My okay picture,
Yeah.
but then he said Wilson. I was like,
But it's good that you knew exactly what to present something for. Like, you already know.
mm-hmm.
What is this? An autopsy report?
Yeah.
Wait, this is 10 years old. From the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Seeks.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
What? My brother's autopsy
Oh,
report?
shoot, we didn't tell him. We were...
Oops. Hey, do you want to relive some trauma? I'm pleased to see the defense doesn't intend to run from the undeniable truth.
I mean, this isn't for you.
Yeah, literally. Shut up. Okay, like... None of your business, Cosmo, actually. Why don't you sit there and stay pretty?
He hurt.
Mm-mm. Order in court. What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old autopsy report here, counsel? How did you even get your hands on this?
The autopsy report for the professor's final victim. It's an inevitable link between... Sorry, undeniable. Link between-
Undeliable.
Golly, couldn't say the word. What's wrong with me? Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson, and the defendant.
Not that accursed name again. The professor. That's my dad, you know. I personally researched all the court records relating to that case. We know you did, Kazuma.
Yeah.
We're very well aware. I know that at the time, autopsy was considered sacrilege to the victim's souls. And for a member of the aristocracy like Lord Clint Van Zeeks, it was unthinkable. But someone implored the powers that be to allow the autopsy to go ahead, Inspector Gregson. He declared that he was certain he would obtain conclusive proof from the procedure.
And it was Dr. Wilson who conducted the autopsy. His signature is clearly visible on the document.
As promised by Gregson, the autopsy did indeed produce evidence. evidence that conclusively proved Genshin Asogi was guilty of the murders. So to be like, don't say my dad's name, okay? In my brother's dying moments, he mustered all his remaining strength to leave that vital clue behind.
He don't care.
Indeed, that was the key to the name Professor's project conclusive evidence that convicted him. Kakushi. It enabled Lord Van Zeeks here to avenge his brother's senseless death with a marvelous victory in court.
Senseless death.
Pretty cool if you ask me. I was there. Here he goes,
Owie.
touching it. Nissan's badge. Here comes Kazuma.
Here we
A
go.
marvelous victory, was it? I wonder if that's really true. What? Could the same be said if it turned out that the key piece of evidence in question was in fact fabricated?
Oh my god.
If the inspector, the coroner, and the prosecutor all colluded together to cast an innocent Japanese man as a mass murderer and send him to his death. That's outrageous.
Alright, Cosmo. You're
acting up. And now 10 years later, for some reason, the secret has been threatened and needs protecting. Which is why the inspector and the coroner had to be silenced, isn't it? By someone in power in Japan and in Britain, using the two killers recruited for the assassin exchange. Where'd you get this lore from, Kazuma?
Cosmo, who's been, like, feeding you?
Order at once. 10 years ago, my father was convicted in this very courtroom as a mass murderer, to be sentenced to death. But it was all a sham, and I swore myself that I'd prove it.
Okay.
Which is why I had to come to Britain, whatever the cost.
Oh my god.
Oh, dear me. Oh. You'll have to forgive me if I feel compelled to toast this vengeful Nikonese's tenacity of purpose here. Can I please get a waffle? However, at least drink it first, asshole. He who fails to quash his emotions in the courtroom has failed as a lawyer.
Oof. Come on, Kazuma. You know this won't wash. You're claiming your father was misrepresented in a trial that took place a whole decade ago? You must see that without evidence, that's nothing more than a wild accusation.
As it happens, I have evidence.
Word at. What?
I got your evidence right here, Ryunosuke.
Unzips pants.
Zip.
Oh, we get to hear this OST! Yes!
Genshin's impact. More like Kazuma's impact, and he's gonna flop it out on the counter like that.
Oh my god, Ami, don't, please.
Dick. As the court has heard, I crossed the channel to France with Brexit on the 31st.
Oh
I went with him on the pretext of being the assassin recruited to kill Seishiro Jigoku. But my true intentions were to make the inspector tell me the truth. What truth?
Is that how Karuma ended up in his case? Did he take his sword out against Gregson in anger?
Who knows? The truth about the evidence, and he acknowledged what I had already deduced. There's a closely guarded secret about what went on in that autopsy 10 years ago. What? A secret? I know nothing of any secret. While we waited for my supposed mark in Jigoku's cabin, I drew my clan's illustrious sword Karuma before the inspector's eyes.
Oh, okay, okay.
He very quickly understood what my true motive was.
Oh my god. He threatened to.
Oh, here we go.
Are you ready for Gregson?
Yes, right, I see. You're that Asogi's young lad, are you?
Wait, can I be Cosmo here?
What? No!
But it's a flashback.
Sure.
Yay!
Might as well just take Cosmo for you. You're not doing a good job as Cosmo, so I want to be him.
Oh, what? In this scene! I want to be
And
Mad
what?
Cosmo!
You're gonna cut me down with that thing, is that it?
That will very much depend on the answer you give me to my questions. I want to know what really happened 10 years ago. The truth. That's all.
Before we get into it, let me make one thing clear. I still believe your father was Professor. There's no doubt in my mind. But unfortunately back then, we didn't have the evidence we needed to make the crime stick.
So, you admit it then? The evidence used in my father's trial was fabricated?
It was for the good of the country. Anyway, I was just following orders. Woo?
Orders? What exactly did you say? What exactly did you do, my dad? Speak!
I'm not saying another word.
Even if your life depends on it?
That's right. Even then. Ooh.
So that's when the tip of the sword broke.
Oh, Cosmo-sama.
And there you go, you're back.
Okay. If the results of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy report were fabricated, then the investigating officer Gregson and the lead coroner Wilson must have known about it. Then they can only have been ordered to pervert the course of justice in that way by one man.
Oh, you can use it in a different sentence?
I guess so, huh? I guess like a perversion of justice, I get it. The man leading the case for the prosecution, Barak Van Zeeks. This is like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you up?
Sit down!
Get your ass back in that chair, bitch!
You don't sit down, I'm about to get you. In other words, the defendant did have cause to organize this exchange of assassins. Exactly. And as we established earlier, it had to have been the Reaper himself who liaised with Jigoku in Japan to arrange the exchange. So it follows that the Reaper's true identity can only be that of the man who stands accused in this courtroom today, Barak Van Zeeks. Oh, he did the I want you died pose. Oh!
Oh!
Kazuma Asogi. What? What you've just told the court, are you absolutely certain of your facts? Did Gregson really fabricate that evidence for that trial 10 years ago? As you can see, he literally had no idea. If Van Zeeks knew, he would have been cooler about it. He would have been like, oh, well, that's awkward, isn't it? No, he didn't know. I heard it with my own ears. His shameful admission. Oh, this is a lot to take in. In that case, I know the name of the Reaper.
Oh,
Oh,
well then. Okay.
I was lied to? I'm gonna tell you who the Reaper is right now, actually. What?
Lord Van Zeeks?
I gave no such orders, I know that for certain. Which narrows down the remaining possibilities to one.
If Lord Van Zeeks isn't the one behind all this, then yes, there's only one other person who could have done something like that. Oh, do we literally have to present the person? I believe I know who it is too. All of a sudden.
You?
Me? I just had a feeling the name was going to come up. Excuse me.
The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is obviously... Well, Becky, who do you think is the Reaper of the Bailey? Are you kidding? Becky, it's obviously Beppo. Go over to Sandwich right now. You know it's him.
Oh, she's here. 19.
Yeah.
Oh. My god, those two. Jesus. Beppo!
His Sandwich the whole time.
I'll just say that, like, between this guy's eyebrows and the hair, I was just like, what if that's the same person?
Yeah, right? Just like, huh, I wonder.
And he got choked out too, crazy.
No, he's not even here. He's not even relevant right now.
Right. There's a lot of people here.
You just lingered. I saw you linger, freaking.
Accuses male Strongheart being the Reaper because, like, bro, you act like you don't know anything. Like, seriously? Seriously? Who else could have coerced all of this? Together, you know? Acting like you don't know anything. I saw right through you from the very beginning. You sus. Look at him. Nasty man.
Is he a sussy baka or a bussy sucker? He's a thoroughly intimidating man. So I'm gonna press triangle or what? Are we gonna stare at Strongheart?
Beach ho. What?
Oh, booty cheek.
The only person who could have arranged the assassin exchange and manipulated the autopsy report, result report. Yeah. It's the Lord Chief Justice himself. That is like a wild accusation.
He's literally standing up.
Lord
Male
Strongheart. He's like,
Lord Strongheart?
Cosmo, you're so blinded by like rage and revenge that you didn't see it. Yes,
you're absolutely correct. Actually,
oh,
you're just right. He is. He's just blinded by like his desire to make Van Zeeks pay for what happened. That he just is looking past the truth.
I was like, Cosmo, baby, sweetie, sweet cheeks. Like, let me hold your face for a second. Like, do you realize?
Do you realize what you've done?
This man is manipulating you? Yes, it's true that 10 years ago the defendant handled the prosecution of the professor in court, but he only took over the case after his brother, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, had been killed. Cosmo, let me open up a can of worms for you real quick.
Appropriate joke in British judicial history. You are joking, right?
Well, Lord Van Zeeks.
10 years ago, I was very new to my profession. But I had a burning desire to avenge my brother's death, so I pleaded for control of the case. If there's something you remember that Van Zeeks said about the case, it's pretty interesting. The investigation at that point, the supplication of the lords allowed me to allow my brother's corpse to be examined. All the evidence I was given, the autopsy reports, it all came from you. Oh, he sat down.
He's like, I'm not standing up for this.
I spent my life since then believing I was in your debt for the way you stood aside and let me handle the trial.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. I feel like Lord Van Zieks got framed because he found out, so then they were trying to frame him and get him, like, accused, you know, guilty, so there's, like, that lie, you know, that, like, the truth can never be revealed, you know? I feel like that's what their true intentions were from the very beginning. It's very obvious.
Probably. But yeah, if you see that it was Strongheart that's gonna, like, do the whole case.
Right.
You probably didn't expect...
What?
Yeah, I probably didn't expect Barok to, like, be like, hey, I want to do the case. Like, he had all this evidence, and he's like, I'm gonna get Genshin out of here because I feel like it, I guess. Well, not because I feel like it, but, like, because he murdered him, but... He had all that evidence in his hands. And then Barok was like, hey, I wanna prosecute the case.
Mm-hmm.
That probably threw a wrench in things. He was like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen.
Right.
But I see now. I was very much mistaken.
Cosmo's just, like, gonna look like an idiot now. It was a highly influential force that caused the inspector and the coroner to break the law 10 years ago. And that same force was still felt a decade later on the other side of the world by Seishiro Jigoku. Lord Strongheart. Everything falls into place when we recognize that you are the Reaper of the Bailey. You're not gonna say anything. Stay silent. Get mad.
He's sleeping. The court awaits a response, my lord.
Cheers to that, boy. Cheers to that. Cheers.
I wish I had my drink. What the heck? Because I had a cough drop, so I'm like waiting for it to go away from my mouth. This may very well go down in British judicial history, but I assure you it is no joke. Consider this a formal accusal by the defense. It doesn't warrant a response.
Oh my god. He's not gonna talk, we can't do anything about it.
His hair looked like Jimmy Neutron.
Got blast!
A formal accusal? Don't be absurd. To the stars of my candy bars.
Super
I's a
powered
kid
mind.
with a knack for adventure.
A super powered mind. Mechanical
K9. And that's it. I don't remember the rest.
The world from destruction.
Destruction. This is the theme song
of
Jimmy Neutron.
Got him. You're not going to defend yourself?
You claim that there was some wrongdoing with Lord Clip Van Zieks' autopsy. That's utterly untrue. But I heard it from Gregson's own lips. He admitted to it. Where is your evidence? What? Gregson's dead now, unless you were thinking of summoning a ghost to the stand. Not yet, but later.
In my AU, he sure can. Necromancy.
Oh, true. It's called necromancy?
I see what you did there.
You mean to say... Oh my god!
Oh, that's racist! Stop it!
I forget how the system works like a little backwater country.
Alright, Strongheart, you don't need to start saying the slurs.
Just gotta start throwing them around. If you want me to say the word, I'll say it. Oh my god. But in the courts of the British Empire...
stuff on your floor in your room.
Thank god. No, he's throwing things. But in the courts of the British Empire, without evidence, there is no case. Oh.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I have no intention of entertaining some wild fantasy that can't possibly be substantiated by anyone or anything. Ah! Everyone, shut up! Shut up! This is my court! Following Inspector Gregson's murder and in the light of Dr. Wilson's death as well, there's really no one left who could testify about the events of 10 years ago, is there? So that was the real purpose of the assassin exchange.
You know what I'm thinking? Damn.
What do you...
What if, since things were fabricated in that whole trial, what if, like, 2 innocent people did die? Well, 1 innocent man did die, but it was accused, and he was wrongfully accused.
You think Genshin was wrongfully accused of being the professor?
I don't know, there's fabricated evidence, but we don't know what the fabrication was. You know?
All Gregson said was like, I still think he was the professor, but we didn't have the evidence to back it up. That's all he said.
Right. But then he said that they did fabricate evidence because they didn't have it. So now I'm like, That'd be really messed up if what I said was true.
Yeah, like they threw an innocent, not even threw an innocent man in jail, they executed an innocent man.
Yeah! And he wasn't even dead, he about got out. Actually.
Yeah, then he got blasted.
And then he got shot in the grave. Like, actually, metaphorically, he died. He actually got put 6 feet under. This man's ready to kill somebody, actually.
He is. You saw how he slammed his fist down. He stood up and he sat back down. This court has no business raking over the cause of a case that was concluded a decade ago. The accused were brought by the prosecution and defense is categorically denied. I take it there are no objections. Kazuma, those dainty fingers.
Kazuma. It's more or less waiting this whole life for this moment. Is there really nothing else we can do now? Is there no other avenue we can go down to in pursuit of the truth that what happened all those years ago? If only there was someone who could testify about Clint Van Zeek's autopsy. Oh, there's no one left!
What do you think, Becky? Is there no one left? You think there was somebody else who was there in his autopsy?
I think there is. I think there's somebody here. I think there's somebody else.
Entire notes in the autopsy report. Remember that Wilson just signed it. You didn't write it.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Oh my God.
But who could that be? Who could that be? I wonder why Iris started writing the stories.
Huh.
Girl, come on.
I'm thinking, it's not registering! Wait!
Why don't you look through the court record, look through the people.
Yes, okay.
Remember, somebody wrote, Iris stole that for a reason, because she's like, I know that handwriting. That's my dad's handwriting.
Right.
Whoever was writing the autopsy report, she recognized the handwriting. She's like, that's his writing.
Okay.
That's it! I'm not gonna say anything else. Ow! And you know, I'm not even gonna say anything. You're gonna figure out on your own, and
I'm
that's
gonna have
gonna
to
be it.
figure it out. I'm gonna have to figure out because I literally have no idea. I have like literally.
There's no way that you have no idea. That is obscene.
I am. I mean, I'm just gonna. Oh my god. Let's go to extraordinary lakes to cover his tracks, even as far as to dispatch an assassin all the way to Japan to ensure Dr. Wilson's silence. Dr. Sooth won't say anything against Strongheart, but there's still one ray of hope. Oh, I thought that scared. I was like, oh, it was very sudden. That shocked me.
Scared you?
Actually, there's one person who can still testify about that autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no one left. Who, Ryunosuke? Who? Tell me.
Tell me.
Jesus.
Kazuma, Oh.
Please, this trial can end. Yet.
But why?
This
I'm not
line
doing this
right
for you.
here.
Okay.
But as we know, John H. Wilson is not her dad.
Right.
Because that wasn't him writing the autopsy report.
No,
But who
okay.
was it? That's it. I'm not saying anything else.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I already presented it.
Of course you did! Why do you have to say it all the time? You're like, you presented it. Of course you did, you know.
I thought it's pretty obvious. Clearly he dumped on an air fryer.
It's not Wilson, but he signed it, apparently.
Wilson's dead. There's somebody alive
Right, yes. I
who
know,
was
no,
there
I know.
at Clint's autopsy.
Yes.